Do you know how they say duct tape fixes everything? Well, they're wrong. They don't fix a puppy's spleen after it's been ruptured by a knife. Nor do they stop the blood flow from a 3-week-old baby's head wound. Trust me on that. But the one thing they can do is a titular duct tape man next door will gladly tell you is act as a makeshift bandage if you want to try and mummify someone. It happened before anyone realised what was going on. I was the only one he left. It left me. Okay. I'm a bit ahead of myself. It was last Christmas. Me and my friends went over to our house. When it was a parent designated bedtime, the girls had gone upstairs. So, around 11 PM, we all tried to get some sleep. It was hard, since we were in a small square room, sharing 2 beds. The room had 3 walls opposite from the door and there was a huge 3-pane glass window with a view through the trees into a small shoreline, which within itself was okay. We were big boys after all. Around 2:30 in the morning, I woke around the same time as everyone else did. Since we live in Newfoundland, the fog was always bad, but tonight had a slightly more ominous air. It rolled up slow, and as we all looked out windows in shock, we watched a small boat pull up. Thinking it was one of my friend's relatives, we dismissed any fears. It was early in the morning, about 6 or so, and the sun hadn't come out yet. But then we saw a figure in the fog. It wasn't a normal human shape. It never looked human. It was too tall, too lanky. As the figure walked slowly towards windows, we saw its face. We took individual gasps within a second or two when we saw it. Its mouth was sewn shut, and it was exceedingly pale. He had a lack of any hair whatsoever. His body was tattered with deep cuts and scar tissue. But that wasn't the weirdest thing. The most shocking thing is it seemed he was half mummified and rotting in torn duct tape. While observing him, we hadn't noticed how close he had gotten. He was at the window now. We hadn't noticed the large rock in his left hand. It had been too fixed in his beady, menacing gaze. He threw the rock through the window, proceeded to grab my friend to the left of me. Not even a foot. He proceeded to swing and pull and scream. All I could hear was his muffled yelling, the panic in the room and bones breaking. My friend was dead. He looked at me, pulled me up by my collar and threw me in the bathroom to my left and slammed the door behind me. I heard a large object getting thrown against the door to keep it shut. Sitting in the darkness, all I could hear was my friends dying one by one. The bones would snap as they screamed, and the noise, my God, the noise it made, the muffled shouts of pain and anger, they still haunt me to this very day. Then silence. I heard grunts and rubbing noises off walls. Then silence again. I heard the object move off the door. After a bit I decided to open the door. The bodies were gone. The white walls were stained in blood, writing the same message over and over. One must live to pass it on. I checked around the house. The house was abandoned. I never realised how much time passed. It was 8 AM now. The boat was gone too. The grass was stained with blood where it must have taken the bodies. I called the police and they picked me up. I was a mess. I still can't believe or comprehend why he chose me. Maybe he saw the fear in my eyes. Maybe he saw my piss-stained pants. I don't know. It's been a year. And the news the other day was a story just like mine. One must live to pass it on. He killed himself 2 days later. Guess me and it will have to wait until next year. based upon my years of knowledge, I guess I can say, concerning my character, I must say never in my eons of eternal life have I seen a more cowardly way of dispatching victims. If one wants to destroy the victims' lives, one doesn't conjure up monsters. One must do the dirty work themselves. Because where's the fun in watching the light in someone's eyes become extinguished when you don't do the deed yourselves? The physical manifestation of me will soon rise in the soonest body. This pathetic grunge or delusional mistake of a body will soon whittle away, and you'll remember the name. My true name. If you could pronounce it. That is